How y'all doing? Welcome back to She Talk.
Welcome back, everybody. I know we used to be called Ship Talks, but since we're both females, and since our last podcast kind of highlighted feminism a bit more,
And we're feminists.
yeah, and it feels right that this be renamed.
It feels so right. Yes.
She Talk by Denise and Drew Lovett.
Capital SHE Talk.
Talk.
Anywho, so this week we're just gonna get into it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the Astrology Roundup. Drew, you want to kick us off?
Yes. Okay, so this week we're still feeling the Mars in Gemini effects. Mars entered Gemini last Saturday, and this has caused like a lot of content increase. I've noticed that there's a lot of great film and TV coming out. There's a lot of people starting podcasts. Hint, hint, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. That's us.
And, you know, it's just, the multimedia world is just booming right now, overall. Media is just popping.
Right.
Communication has increased. Like, I feel like, personally, I've just felt more willing to, like, have deep conversations with people, or even small talk. Like,
right. And I hate making small talk also.
Yeah.
And I actually had thinking back now, I had small talk with like 3 or 4 people. And that's big because I'm like semi-introverted, like introverted.
Pisces.
Like I'm an ambivert because like Pisces sun, Leo moon. Leo moon's like, hey, where y'all going? What's
Explain
happening?
ambivert to the
Ambivert
peoples.
is in the middle, in between introvert and extrovert. It's like you have some introverted qualities, but you also have some extroverted qualities.
I feel like we could all get down with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, like, as that relates to astrology, as I said before, like, I'm a Pisces sun, Leo moon, which it really defines that ambivertness.
Right, because a Leo is very
in your face.
Let me show off, let me be in your face. And
Notice
Pisces
me.
is very ethereal and mysterious. And
Right. But when it comes to
secretive.
small talk, I will avoid it at all costs.
Because I just want to have a deep spiritual conversation.
Right, yeah. So my Pisces sun takes over a little bit.
Exactly. But this
Not
week,
this week.
Gemini was like, let's get it poppin'. Let's talk. That's the planet of Gemini. So I'm sure this weekend, the weekend of the red and white game, I heard the red team won.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah,
go
red
ship.
team won.
Go Raiders.
Yeah, go Raiders.
So, sporting events actually have been highlighted this week. The NCAA tournament ended this week, and the University of Virginia Wahoos
Oh, yeah.
took the title.
Wahoo wah.
Denise and I are very, very excited about this because our family has a special connection with the University of Virginia.
Yes.
Yes.
Our father went and got his PhD in counseling and administration from UVA.
He was the first black male to receive his counseling PhD from the University of Virginia, by the way.
Right.
Yes.
Which we just found out
He
like
just
months
told
ago.
us.
I was
He
like,
just told
okay.
us. Like last month.
And he's a Scorpio water sign, so like a little bit hidden. but
Secrets.
yeah, I get it. But still cool. So we were very
Exactly.
excited. Our dad's very excited. I'm pretty sure he probably cried.
Yeah, and congrats to the team and to Tony Bennett and to the town of Charlottesville.
Right. Yeah.
And we also want to highlight Attorney General Barr is a Gemini. So with Mars being in Gemini this past week and the week following, he's going to have a lot of important things to say. There's going to be a lot of powerful, intense communication. He plans to release his report this coming week.
Full report.
The full report, transparent report. So, as a Gemini, and you know, Geminis rule communication and talking, but they're also known to be tricksters. Well, I'll be watching. And
Yeah. Guess who else is a
waiting.
Gemini? As I probably said before, Donald Trump's a Gemini.
He is a Gemini. Guess who else is?
Who?
Kanye West.
Okay. This
We'll
makes
leave
a
it
lot of
there.
sense. Yeah.
We'll leave it there for
Move
now.
on to extended Mercury retrograde.
So, yes, the extended Mercury retrograde. So, it technically ended on March 28th,
Right.
26th.
Right.
And now we're exiting the shadow period, which
Thank
ends
God.
on the 17th of April.
This week.
Praise
God. I always feel retrograde so hard because I'm a Pisces.
So hard.
So hard.
Yeah, honestly. So on Wednesday, we should all feel a sense of clarity, a sense of, you know, moving forward and just knowing what we want to do and having a plan. I expect a lot of revelations to come out this week, whether it be personal and public. And I just want to shout out Shippensburg University Communications Journalism Department. CJ Day is on Wednesday, which is the perfect day for communicators, journalists, reporters, public relations peoples, everybody to come together and, have fun. So everyone, come on out, Everyone's invited.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, everyone is.
I thought it was just with
There'll be events in the Cub NPR, and we have lunch, and
there's going to be food, everyone.
There's food. So
there's always food.
Come.
When there's college students involved, there will be
We
food.
always want a free meal, let's be real.
Right. Venus in Pisces?
All right, moving forward. Venus is still in Pisces, and it will be until April 20th, 4/20. Blaze if you want. That is the weekend of statewide here at SU, and that's like a big weekend for our Multicultural Student Association.
Right.
And a lot of the frats and sororities get together and have events, and I think our favorite event is the step show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's black sororities and black fraternities from all over the state.
Yes.
Hence the name statewide. And they come together and do a step off. And oh my God.
It's honestly amazing.
It's the greatest thing ever. Seriously?
Everyone should experience it.
Honestly.
At least once. We've gone every single year.
Every
or 3
single
years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, they don't disappoint.
No, they never do. It's always lit. They always step to some relevant songs.
Oh, so
and it's
relevant.
gonna be right. I hope this time someone does a Nipsey song.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
that'd be
that'd
great.
be really great.
Yeah.
So I'm really, because last year they did Kanye, right?
They'd mixed up everything.
I think they
last
did
year.
Kanye, but it was like a weird DJ remix.
Of course.
Mercury Shadow. But I enjoyed.
Get it together.
Get it together, girl.
Yeah, so we'll be excited for that. And Venus will also be conjunct Neptune. So if you remember what conjunct is from last podcast.
This could be a class too.
It could be a class.
Oprah.
I feel like we're learning.
Oprah's master class could be a podcast and a master
we
class. So
better
this
than
can be
Oprah.
a podcast and a class.
Ooh, I like that.
Because we're teaching you skills.
We're teaching here.
Astrology skills.
Yes, these are life skills. But okay, so conjunct means right next to each other. So I explained that last week as being best friends with someone.
Right.
Or in Nene and I's case, we're twins. We don't like to say we're twins because we're triplets.
Yeah, in actuality. But there's two of us here, so we think, okay, do you just say twins?
We'll go with it if someone calls us a twin.
We'll roll with it. We don't know proper protocol for that.
No one taught us.
No one did.
We just go with the
Mom
flow
and
here.
Dad.
Yeah, where you at?
Okay.
But anyways, so yeah, Venus will be meeting with Neptune, and that is the higher octave of Venus, the planet of love.
What do you mean by higher octave?
So when
vibes?
When Venus is in a sign, say an earth sign, like Taurus or Capricorn, they're ruled by different planets and they have different aspects that make it harder for Venus to express herself. So it's if you go into an environment like you're in a crowded dining hall by yourself. Mm-hmm. You feel uncomfortable. You feel like you can't express yourself. I've felt that way before. I feel like I can't be myself.
Yeah.
I just need to get out of that situation.
Right.
And then say you go into your house and it's a family dinner, Christmas dinner, and you haven't been there all year.
And it's pasta.
Yes, that's Venus and Pisces. Yes, Venus feels so at home here. Venus is so in love here, and she's very creative, and she's just happy. So she's exalted in Pisces, and she's hanging with Neptune. So this will create a lot of emotional situations. A lot of emotional situations will pop up in our lives. People will feel more inspired. They might feel carried away, and there could be some overindulgent energy in drugs and alcohol. So I just want to warn people on the weekend of statewide,
Don't overdo it.
don't overdo it.
And we know there's always police force here.
Policia.
To the max. So
So let's be responsible.
yeah, let that be a deterrent.
And let's be smart.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to warn y'all. All right, moving on. Moving forward, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, good luck, travel, and wisdom, is going retrograde. So that means he's going to sleep. And he's going in retrograde in the planet of Sagittarius, which rules philosophy, politics, and higher ed. And during this period, and I believe that retrograde ends in August,
Oh my God.
we'll all discover deeper truths about ourselves. Now, Jupiter being in retrograde is actually a good thing because it expands on things and it brings good fortune to your life and it slows you down so you can appreciate it. So, like, Venus being in retrograde is good. Compared to Mercury being in retrograde, we're all like, oh, here we go.
Right.
Communication issues.
Right.
Like, there may be some delays in, like, travel and things like that, and maybe politics and legalities, but, like, we will be getting the truth, and we will be getting to the root and wisdom of the situation.
So
that's exciting.
By August?
I mean...
Between this week?
This whole period will be a period of revealing to us.
Okay.
I mean, politics-wise, I don't know when things will be revealed.
Right.
I mean, it's not really about revealing things and, like, fortune-telling. It's just about being mindful of the energies and just trying to... If something happens, you won't be caught off guard. And if it doesn't happen, then you're prepared.
I think I'm just, like, very impatient.
Yeah. In regards to politics.
I'm just like,
We're ready for things to be wrapped up. Yeah. We want the truth.
Just say it.
And I also think this impacts not just the United States. We have to think about abroad, too. Brexit.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, that is a mess, too. So I'm hoping that this will all get cleared up in
me too.
In these few months. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Anywho, moving forward, so the Sun was conjunct Pluto this past week, April 8th through April 14th, and that had everyone kind of pushing forward and wanting to change, wanting, like, to make bold power moves and questioning their goals and commitments. I don't know about y'all, but I made some very important decisions for my future this past week, and I hope everyone's just doing well with their schoolwork and powering through. Yeah. You've got our love. Anywho, moving forward, there is a full moon in Libra on Friday, April 19th. This is pretty exciting because there was a Libra full moon last month in March, and I believe they call this a blue moon.
Yeah.
Whenever there are two back-to-back full moons in the same sign.
Moon.
Yeah, we gotta plug that.
You had me. Okay. Actually play the song though.
Yeah.
Here, Drew.
We can't. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll plug it. Yeah.
It makes sense too.
So it's a blue moon, and Libra is the sign of relationships. Libra is actually ruled by Venus.
Yeah.
So what up with it?
And balance.
And balance, yes. Law is ruled by Libra.
So there's a desire for harmony, right?
Totally.
A lot of stuff.
There's a desire for harmony and balance in relationships, both intimate, like friendships, family relationships, and on a world global scale. We will want balance after some type of revelation, because Uranus is going to be in the sky too, and that's the planet of unexpected change and chaos. So everyone...
That goes back to what you said about Jupiter retrograde, right? So this might kickstart some harmony.
It might.
And with what you said earlier about Attorney General Barr. That might, let's get some harmony in American politics for a day at least.
Honestly, it'd be nice.
It'd be nice. It'd be a nice break for everyone.
Because I feel like people were just starting some SHIT and not finishing it.
Yeah.
So don't start no.
Won't be no.
In other words. So... we'll be looking forward to that Libra full moon, and we'll have some advice and rituals in regards to it. I just want to thank Nadia Shaw from YouTube and shout her out because she's an amazing astrologist.
Hey, girl.
And everyone should, go watch her videos. And also, I got some information from darkstarastrology.com, so thank you to those people. Thanks. Love and light to y'all.
Love and light. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Peace and blessings.
Shout out to Glozell.
Yeah.
So moving forward,
let's hit some pop culture and some natal charts. Let's get into it, Drew. Okay. Where should we start with?
First, we're going to start with Wendy Williams. Filed for divorce from Kevin Hunter.
The tea, you guys, when this dropped, I texted Drew. I added everybody who's invested in Wendy Williams.
She did text me in the middle of class.
Because this has been a long time coming.
It has been.
A long time coming. Libra, moon.
It's been wild. So, first of all, we're just going to go over Wendy's chart again. So, Wendy is a Cancer sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising.
It's a lot of Scorpio.
And her Venus is actually in Gemini. So let's break it down just real quick.
Yeah.
So Wendy is an emotional person. Mm-hmm. Cancers are the crabs with hard shells, and sometimes they like to hide in the sand whenever they're emotional. i.e., her 2-month hiatus.
Right.
Although we're glad she got her health together in Florida.
Very important.
According to Page 6, allegedly, she went to rehab in Florida for her drug addiction.
Yeah.
And she did highlight that on her show.
Which
so.
gets your stuff right. We get it.
Yeah, we love it. We love a woman getting her life together.
But she filed for divorce. Mm-hmm. Break it the down.
Okay, so I saw reports from sources on Page 6 that she filed for divorce and she served him papers at the show. I won't...
E-News also said this.
E-News said this, so E-News is like CNN.
They always have the hot goss. Yeah, they're like the CNN of like the entertainment world. Is that fair?
I don't know if that's fair to say. MSNBC or Wall Street Journal? I don't know.
You know what? I would like CNN better for that.
CNN?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. So E! News reported that she served him papers. So Kevin Hunter managed the show.
Right.
Along with, I believe he has control of her finances, and they have a lot of businesses together. We talked about this last week. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that she filed, and she reportedly, according to court docs, filed and said that they had irreconcilable differences, which is like the cliche thing to...
Yeah, that's the crab hiding.
It's like we don't like each other.
That's the crab hiding.
And she's asking for child support, which
I don't really get, because their son, Kevin Jr., is like 18, 19. So like what?
We don't know, but people are speculating, and Joy Behar and Meghan McCain actually got in a fight about it on The View on Friday.
Yeah.
Speculating about her husband and whether he will, like, take money from her.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Let me just comment. Joy Behar is a woman who happens to be white.
We love Joy.
I love Joy, and she was about ready to, like, go off.
Oh, she's been ready.
But Whoopi's like, hold on, y'all. Let's bring it back down to earth.
Is Whoopi a Libra? Because she balances them out way too much.
She really does. Yeah.
Someone look that up, please, and tweet us. Her Venus is in Gemini, so I'm sure she's been going back and forth about this. On Friday during the show, an audience member asked her how she was doing, and she said she wasn't sure. So, like, that's very Venus and Gemini. But also, like, you're on national television. Are you really going to tell your feelings to some rando? Like,
are you really going to ask me?
But anywho, we're with her and we're rooting for her. We want her to be a strong, independent woman.
Right.
So.
Didn't Katie Couric say that to her on the couch?
She did.
Like, you can be a strong, independent woman.
She did say that.
Let's talk about Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair.
Most of you think that I'm talking about, like, Beyonce's mistress.
Not
whatever.
yet.
I mean, Jay-Z's mistress, not Beyonce's. Let's not ever do that to Beyonce.
I mean, if she does have a mistress, we'll find out.
And do what you want, but, like...
And do what you want, because you're amazing and you're Beyonce.
Right.
And you're beautiful.
But I'm talking about the actress who played Aunt Becky on Full House, Lori Loughlin.
Aunt Becky. Lori Loughlin, a Leo sun, Pisces moon, and Felicity Huffman, a Sagittarius sun, Taurus moon, have been in the headlines lately. I think everyone's seen.
Yeah.
The college admissions scandal.
Yeah.
Nini, would you like to break it down
Let's
for the people?
just break it down 1 minute. Okay, so both of these women did not go to college in their youth. So when they had children, they're like, all right, let's send my kids to college. Which, okay, that's an American dream we can get behind.
Oh, yeah.
But not when you pay $500,000 to a university or X amount of dollars to an official for the rowing team at USC to get your daughter into USC.
Right. Or was it to fake their scores?
Yeah, or fake their scores so they get into these colleges.
And
when one of the daughters, Olivia Jade, I don't know what her last name is.
Is Lori Loughlin's daughter. Lori Loughlin's married to the Massimo designer.
Yeah, he's French, right?
Yeah. So she's Olivia Jade Massimo, I think.
Okay.
So she's a Libra sun, Taurus moon. If you think about that before even knowing who the girl is, Libra sun, they love aesthetics. They love beauty. Taurus, they love aesthetics, especially home aesthetics.
Right.
They love comfort.
Especially in food.
Just like indulging in the pleasures of life.
Right. Both of them are ruled by Venus. This girl only is out for the aesthetics of college. She's not worried about school, which she clearly said in her YouTube video. You
saw it in the video.
She said, I just want to do parties and go to football games.
She's like, I really want to, do call a couple times.
She was already making, what, like
A lot
of money, thousands of dollars on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So did she really have to go to school? No.
Probably not, but her parents wanted her to go. So this begs a different question. Mm-hmm. Nene and I, we call Denise Nene, by the way.
That's my nickname.
That's her
Denise
nickname.
sounds too business formal.
It's a bit formal.
Yeah.
For a child, too, like a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
we were
I asked for that when I was 3 because I was like, this is an
we just
old
couldn't do it.
name.
So Nene, we call her Nene.
Yeah.
So Nene and I are both in college.
Right.
So was our brother. Our older sister went. Our parents went. Their parents didn't have the opportunity to go. We're taking this, like, this is very serious to us. And it's a lifelong investment.
But we also made the decision for ourselves.
Exactly.
Like, if we said to our parents we did not want to go to school, they would be like, okay, well, you better have a job.
Have a plan.
Right. Mm-hmm. And if you want to go back to school, then we can talk, too.
Exactly.
Which is nice, because not a lot of people have that support.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. But we just want to point out, like, it's not everyone's path to go to college.
Right.
All the time. And parents, like, we all know you want the best for your child, but sometimes it's best to just take a step back, observe your child, and, like, try to enhance their interest and try to empower them to be their true authentic selves instead of forcing them to be the idea of what you feel is, like, your ideal child.
Right, what you missed out on.
Yeah.
You're living vicariously through your child.
You should
instead of letting
that.
your child decide their own life.
Right. That's kind of traumatic.
Right.
Like, I'm sure she wanted out of that. But anyway,
now she's out.
She's out.
Not to be a bitch, but to be a bitch.
I hope she gets it together. But so Lori Loughlin and Felicity are sentenced to how many years in prison?
I think it's 40 years each. Which Lori Loughlin was kind of like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna get 40 years in prison possibly. Which is some Leo.
On to the next. We talking about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
So she was in the headlines this week because she said in her Vogue interview, which can be viewed on YouTube, and it's really cute. Like, all her kids are adorable. Kanye's actually
really
smiling.
Yeah.
For longer than like a millisecond, which is amazing.
And they really have nice like curl patterns.
Yes.
Oh,
their curl pattern's cute.
For black women trying to achieve a natural look, that curl pattern is
It's beautiful. And for Kim, if she's actually doing their hair, you're doing a great job, sweetie. Anywho, so she was in the headlines because she wants to become a lawyer. She said that in the interview, and she said she'll be taking the bar exam in 2022. Nene, I just want to let you know she's a Libra sun and a Pisces moon, the same sun and moon as our mother, and then I just want to hand it off to you.
Is she also Aquarius, though, or am I just, like, dreaming that?
Her rising sign is a Sagittarius.
Okay, so she really is out for, like, some adventure and some, like, actual concrete fun. I don't know why she wants to become a lawyer. I assume because of her past dealings with the woman who was in prison, and she talked
Alice Johnson and Centonia Brown.
Right, and she got them out of jail, so maybe she's like,
right,
I can explore this as an actual thing. And she's in business, so, like, why not?
Why not?
That seems possible.
I mean, if you have that effect and that platform, why not use it for something that's good? And for a white woman, or
she's
Armenian woman, who has kids of color, I think it's important that she has a voice in these topics, especially like she's helping women of color. So I feel like that's very important.
Right, and the California bar, as I've heard on
I saw that.
Twitter, is like the hardest
bar exam
to pass. Like, between that and New York, I mean, John had a tough time at New York. When I say John, I mean John Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
He had a hard time passing the bar. So, like, I hope Kim gets it on the first try. But if it takes a couple tries, it's fine.
It's fine. We're not going to think of her as less than. I mean, props to her for studying right now. She should be studying.
Where's she studying at? Do you know?
I don't know. She didn't say. She just was like, I'm studying for the bar exam.
Watch it be Stanford.
And then just sashayed away. I was like, oh.
Watch it be Stanford or UCLA.
Yeah. Probably UCLA.
Yeah, probably.
Or USC or something. But,
oh, USC. Didn't her dad go there?
Her dad went to USC.
And so did Rob.
And so did Rob.
So it's USC.
So did Courtney.
It's USC.
And her father.
No, Courtney went to Arizona.
Oh, she went to Arizona State. You're right.
We get invested into the Kardashians.
Sorry. We're, like, low-key invested.
Like, early aughts Kardashians when Khloe was, like, cussing everybody out.
It was amazing. Yes.
That was, like, vintage Kardashian is where it's
the best. And they play it, like, during weekdays between our classes, so we're there. But her father was a lawyer. He was a Pisces, and he was a part of O.J. Simpson's dream team. So I'm sure that like, craving for justice is in her blood. Not that case was just.
And in the earlier Kardashians, she was always scheming and scamming on Khloe's boyfriend.
She would always break into Khloe's boyfriend's voicemail.
She figured it out, or she encrypted stuff, or
And she's always the judge of everything. If you look, people always have to approach her and ask her first.
Right.
Like if things are okay, or weigh problems with her.
Right.
Kim, the lawyer.
Makes sense.
We'll see. We're excited to see how that'll pan out.
Do you want to move on to politics?
We're politicking now.
Politicking.
Yes.
Girl.
So hit me with that Trump tweet.
Yeah, I got a Trump tweet for today. And it's about immigration, and it leads into our next topic. So let me just say it. By Donald J. Trump. This happened 24 hours ago. Due to the fact that Democrats are unwilling to change our very dangerous immigration laws, we are indeed, as reported, going strong considerations to placing illegal immigrants in sanctuary cities only. The radical left always seems to have an open borders, open arms policy, so this should make them very happy! ! First of all, the grammar.
Start with the grammar.
Giving strong considerations. As reported, given strong considerations to placing illegal...
What does that even mean?
This the grammatical errors in all of his tweets really irk me.
It's
As an Aquarius dominant person, fix your grammar before you make a point. Any point.
Amen.
And who's not checking your stuff? Steal the phone. All right, never mind.
You know what? We've asked for that. We've asked for people to steal the phone.
But I mean, why are you sending... Weren't immigrants already going to sanctuary cities?
I think sanctuary cities were places that people minorities and people who are marginalized just flock to because it's more of a unified community. It's more of an accepting community.
And it's diverse.
That's why Democrats talk about sanctuary cities as being important parts of American culture. So for Trump to say he's going to release the immigrants into the cities as a threat, okay.
It's really not a threat.
Is it a threat?
Not really,
but I just hope that those cities have the resources to house and keep the people there. And is there going to be some process to naturalize them?
Probably not.
Is there going to be a process to keep the families together?
Probably not.
That's what he leaves out of his tweets. And I think he keeps all of his national security people and Homeland Security people guessing when
in the dark.
Yes, when he tweets things like this. And it doesn't make me feel safe as a citizen. I'm sure it's not making others feel safe.
I mean, he doesn't make me feel comfortable at all as a black woman. Mm-hmm. But I'm starting to become more aware of politics in America and how it works, because this ain't it.
It ain't.
This ain't it.
We need...
And his other context, the other tweets that were surrounding that, before that, were saying, he doesn't want immigrants to go to, rural America, basically, where his base is. Mm-hmm. And, I guess, become citizens in the rural area, which I don't understand the geography of it all. And maybe we need someone who's a political expert to comment on this.
I feel like
tell me.
In a future show, we're definitely going to have on someone so we can dive into this because we've got a lot of questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Dagnus might be
Dr. Dagnus, and she's coming out with her book.
Yeah.
She's been on the press tour, so I hope we can book her on here. I'm sure she will. All right. She'll want to come here.
Now let's talk about, we mentioned Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Department of Homeland Security.
We were talking about immigration, and so Kirstjen Nielsen resigned from the U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security this past week, April 7th. And it kind of came as a surprise to us, but I mean, I think the American public and everyone at large we're all used to the fact that he shuffles people through his administration. And
right.
It's just
right.
It's weird. Anywho, so she is a Taurus sun, Gemini moon, and a Taurus rising. Taurus loves the aesthetic of home life and just being comfortable and grounded in a space. So I feel like a Taurus will be a perfect candidate for the Department of Homeland Security. This is your home. How are you going to protect it? How are you going to serve it? How are you going to make it better? I'm sure she probably had some great ideas. That Gemini moon seems like maybe she can be swayed emotionally by a Gemini president. President Drew. and
president.
You know, we just wanted to highlight her legacy.
Right, because I mean, on this week's Samantha Bee, which airs on TBS Wednesday nights, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, she talked about DHS purge. And she talked about Christian Nielsen. I can't say her name right because Samantha Bee always says it. Christian Nielsen. So I automatically say that in my head.
Okay.
But it's sort of, she sort of said the same things as Drew when Drew was highlighting the astrology. Like, she really wanted to make immigration policies stable for both immigrants and citizens at home too. Like, she really wanted to make things work.
That's that Taurus.
But then, like you said with the Gemini moon, like, she felt conflicted sort of emotionally because Donald Trump would be like, no, like, you need to separate all families, whether at the border or already crossing, like, in the United States. They're already in the United States. Separate all families,
Just
okay?
separate them.
And separate children and put all the children somewhere else.
They would separate the children and deport the parents.
Right. And then she would take the blame for that. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, she's like basically frustrated. Like, they've had a lot of tension before she even quit. Like, it was like a lot of screaming back and forth in conferences or meetings between the two, like based on what Samantha Bee was saying. And she was like, this is horrible. Like, I don't know why you're making me like shove your policy down America's throats because this is wrong to our stability, okay? But she didn't sign the first act of immigration separation, I guess.
Taurus stubbornness.
But that Gemini moon, too, because she was like, I don't really want to sign. Like, she got the policy on her desk, and she didn't sign it for a couple weeks.
Okay.
But did sign it because, like, I think she
didn't want to lose her job.
She didn't want to lose her job, yeah. But, I mean, like, those last couple days, her and Donald Trump were legit yelling at each other. And she was just like, you know what, I'm done. Threw her hands up. And then he...
Kevin McAleenan is the now acting Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, and he also serves as the United States Customs and Border Protection Commissioner. So, what do you think his policy will enforce?
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment, tweet us.
Coming to you live from Taco Tuesday, it's She Talk. This is You Love It. And this is Denise Love It. Today we have two guests live in our studio, our home studio of our living room. Right. Cozy, so cozy. Right. We have SC Seniors, Benjamin Clemmer.
Hi.
Hello, Ben. And Derek Lovett.
Hello.
Hey, I don't know yet. We'll put a round of applause effect. Right. Yes, yes. And those of you wondering, yes, Derek is related to us. He is. We talked about him in our first podcast. And Ben is not related to us. Sorry, Ben. But he might as well be. Yeah, honestly.
Oh, thank you guys.
Here all the time. Anywho. We're here to talk about the cycling club because you two are like the only cyclers that we know, and we think that it's really cool that you joined the club. So, Mimi, I guess we're wondering why you joined cycling out of all the clubs on campus. Why cycling? Basketball, soccer, intramurals. Why cycling?
Well, that's pretty good. Derek, I feel like you should take that one. Our mutual friend, our initial start was from our friend Richard Baez.
Richard Baez. That's first
But he
semester.
struck up the idea to ride our bikes to Canada from Shippensburg over the summer as a boys' trip.
Summer 2018.
Summer 2018.
Okay. So did you actually fulfill that dream?
Not even close.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you took the baby steps to...
Gonna be in Shippensburg.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, and then we just kept riding bikes, and here you go.
And here we are today.
Indeed.
Well, Denise and I actually attended your last race. Derek said it was called the Shippensburg Scurry.
Correct. That's right.
How many races do you guys have per season? Per year? Do you have like a season, or is it like all year?
We have seasons, I would say. Yeah, usually 4 to 6, depending on how many you go to. So our conference is called the ECCC, the Eastern Collegiate Cycling Conference. Sometimes we go down and do ACCC races, Atlantic Collegiate Cycling Conference. Cool. So it just depends on how much participation we're getting and how far you want to travel, ultimately.
Awesome. What's your favorite thing about cycling?
Honestly?
What? Be honest. Going fast?
Going fast and winning races.
Is it like a stress reliever?
I think for him it's like stress reliever. If I'm being honest, the best thing for me about it is just getting outside and.
Because you guys practice, you do like loops during the week, don't you?
Yeah.
So that's probably nice in between classes and stuff. After classes.
It's definitely a good way to split up homework assignments. That's for sure.
You want no races?
You want no races?
No races for one, unfortunately.
It's sad.
But you guys are competing against like Big Ten schools and like Ivy League
A
schools,
lot of Ivy League schools, yeah, it's actually kind of.
a couple like small state schools. Like at the race this past weekend, it was literally like MIT and Dartmouth and like Pitt and Penn State and MIT, West Point and like
West Point, yeah.
BU and like what?
Yeah.
University of Vermont, who all drove down to Shippensburg for this race. And I think you guys were just like, yeah, they weren't used to the actual hills in Pennsylvania until they raced them, and we were like, yeah.
Welcome to the country.
Welcome to the country.
Boys and girls.
Mountains.
Yeah, you take no city hill.
Welcome to the South Mountains.
Steps, yeah.
Well, guys, do you think that you will continue this hobby into your adulthood as you exit university?
I definitely will. I've invested too much to stop now.
Literally too much.
He has.
So wait, like how much money do you guys have to like literally pour into your stuff? Because I know, Ben, you broke your bike on Saturday. First of all, what did you break exactly?
So my bike's a fully carbon fiber frame, and I put a kind of nasty crack in the top tube, so I'm not going to get that repaired. It'll probably be somewhere in the $200 to $400 range to get patched up.
Yeah, cycling is not cheap if you wreck your bike.
It is not.
And also, kind of a little dangerous because, like, you said someone, like, literally pedaled your bike down the road. Like, pushed it down the road.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
This guy from West Point, a bunch of them just ran into it. And then I got up and he was like laying there. It literally, like, it reminded me of SpongeBob. He was just laying there like, my leg.
My leg. You're like,
Oh my God. You're like, my bike.
It was a flyer where one of our teammates had to go to the ER. He doesn't even remember how the race went.
Oh, God.
Blacked out, yeah.
Yeah, so cycling's not some, like, for the week. Like, cycling's not for the week.
Derek, are you going to continue?
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's cool. I'm not testing you. I'm literally just asking. Right. He always from Derek.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
I feel like he'll continue. Derek's like a lifelong athlete. And he's a natural athlete. Are you guys excited to graduate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Red D, less than a month ago.
It's been a long road.
It has been. Now, the only thing that stands between you and graduation is $47 at the bookstore, because that's how much it takes to buy a cap and gown.
Just ready.
I feel like at least a gown.
But then, like, you have it forever. Like, you can just, like, ride up.
You do
We'll go out there and take laps around the track. We'll probably
Right.
Pictures and cap and gown.
Any advice for incoming freshmen?
ride bikes.
So get involved in cycling, Derek.
Can you redo that advice? Can you redo that again?
Any advice for incoming freshmen? Ben.
Ride bikes and also study.
Derek.
Do your homework. Go to sleep. Study.
Okay. Study. We forgot to mention that Ben is a geo-environmental studies major and is planning to go into grad school, I think, after this year.
That's right.
Right, at Penn State, Harrisburg.
Indeed.
Go Penn State. And Derek, we are? And Derek is an accounting major from the Grove School of Business, and I think he's planning on continuing his education for one more year.
Yeah, to get certified in accounting and not do our taxes.
Can't wait for you. Wait, what? It'd be nice for you to do our taxes. He's shaking. Okay, and next time he's on the show, we're charging him.
Real, goodbye.
Peace and blessings.
Derek, stop.
Nugget of the week. What you got for the nugget of the week? Hey. Okay. So the nugget of the week, Beyonce is coming out with a Netflix documentary
called Homecoming, which highlights her 2018 Coachella performance, which included, she invited a lot of historically black colleges, and they sat front row, and a lot of people were excited about this. I remember watching it live and streaming it. I streamed it. But, you know, I mean, she's
I remember seeing Snapchats, and I was like, I wish I was there.
She's an icon. And it's set to release on April 17th on Wednesday, and that's the same day that Mercury goes direct. What do you know? What do you say?
What do you know? What do you say? Beyonce's always been into astrology. Drew, you said you found a song on her one album where she's like in the diamond chain.
Signs by Beyonce.
Yeah.
Look it up, people.
She talks about astrology.
She literally talks about falling in love with a Sagittarius and how she's a Virgo and just wants to be in love with a Virgo because she got hurt by Pisces. It's very emotional, and the woman uses astrology. Also, her 2 twin kids, we have not seen many pictures of them. Rumi and Sir are named, or no, I think she announced their birth on the day of Gemini, the day that the sun moved into Gemini last year.
Right.
And the Gemini sign is the sign of twins. And there are 2 Gemini twins.
Beyonce knows what she's doing.
And Beyonce knows what she's doing. Her impact is global.
Right. And I think she might have gotten that influence from her sister Solange.
She is the Empress.
Solange is like on a higher vibrational level than Beyonce.
I think she is too.
Yeah. Which is why people think she's weird, but like you're just turned off at her high energy and you just don't know yet.
I think Beyonce like filters it down a little bit, and then Solange is way up there.
Yeah, she is. But I enjoy them both because it's hard to find some icons in music who are
women of color.
Who are women of color but are openly into astrology too.
And spiritual.
Yeah, and spirituality. Yeah.
So we're excited, and I just love seeing her give a more detailed look at her life, and I just love her because she's not like any normal celebrity who uses social media to tweet every day like, I'm going to get a hot dog, or like Justin Bieber, don't talk about my wife every day on his Instagram story. Like, Beyonce's like, let me just drop an album about my husband's cheating and just let y'all think about it.
That's some black
and let me just...
That's some real black.
Exactly. And for her performance, which was amazing last year, she had an entire band. It was like a college band.
Yeah.
And she brought out Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for the footage.
Me too.
Because creatively, a Virgo is just... She's a Virgo, by the way.
I mean, Aretha Franklin, before she died, I think this is back in like the early 2000s.
The great Aries Aretha.
The great Aries Aretha said in an interview to Oprah, because Oprah's like, how do you feel about Beyonce? She was like, she can sing and she gets her stuff done because she's a Virgo, and I appreciate her.
And there you go, people.
And there you go.
She worked hard, honey. She worked hard for the money.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to let's talk about my nugget of the week.
Let's hear it.
And I'm so excited for it. Like, Drew sent me a link on Twitter, and I literally screamed because I love this girl group so
right before class
much. And I'm not talking about K-pop music. I'm talking about the women of SNL.
Oh, break it down now.
Yeah. Amy Poehler and Maya Rudolph, Rachel Dratch, Anna Gasteyer, Paula Pell, Emily Spivey, Tina Fey star in a new movie called Wine Country that comes out May 10th. It centers around Rachel Dratch's character, who is turning 50, I believe, in the movie. And they sort of try and get in touch with themselves and their friendships with each other, and the fact that they are getting older, they're not younger anymore. And they basically just do like a wine tour through Rachel Dratch's character's birthday. And they go through some trials and tribulations of the friendships. But, like, I'm excited because these women are hilarious girl bosses.
They are girl bosses.
So please go watch it. It drops on Netflix May 10th. Like, if you don't watch it, I'm going to be really mad.
Oh, yeah. And we'll be reviewing it, too.
Right.
After May 10th.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited.
So am I,
I'm going to watch it, like, 3 times.
You know I love Tina Fey. Tina Fey is, like, my idol.
Yeah, and she plays, like, a wine country, like a wine...
Connoisseur,
sort of, but like she owns a vineyard in the movie.
That's like probably what
and she's just like cut and dry in it because she's like
Tina Fey
and
is
like turns around
that
and leaves.
Woman.
Yeah, she has a small cameo because I think she was also producing her other TV show that got canceled about that anchor woman.
Oh, Newsroom.
Yeah, because she was also in that at the time that they were filming this, so she didn't really have a huge part in it, but like nonetheless, it's still funny. Everyone else is funny. Paula Pell is a writer on SNL. And she wrote Sisters with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Nene and I's favorite movie.
Right. We think we're them.
It's our lives.
Right. I mean, she's probably one of the funniest people who are, like, not in the mainstream, but, like...
Who has ever lived, and she's a producer and a writer.
Right.
Which is so important to us because she can actually impact the narrative and the message.
Right.
And she's gotten it right so far for us. So we love her. So we'll be waiting for that.
Right. And that was my nugget of the week.
And that's Nene's nugget.
Nugget of the week!
Nene's little nugget. And I feel like that's where we're gonna leave it this week.
That's a good high note. Beyonce and Tina Fey?
I mean, hey, girl power.
Right. A Gemini and a Virgo.
I'm putting a fist up right now. Yeah. All right, so everyone have a great week. Have a great full moon.
Enjoy it.
Do a little ritual. We'll have a little video about that. And we're excited for the week.
Right, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Love and light, love and light.